Man at second. Missed with a changeup, and that's ball 2. On the ground. Cronenworth throws on to first. One away here in the 5th.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. It's early, but you still want to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are happy with you after that at bat.
That's hard hit on the line. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. In to score is the runner from third, and they lead by 3. He's in with a double, and that's his second double of the night.
Oh, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Michael King won't go any further tonight. Just never found his groove, wasn't able to settle in. New arm coming on, back in a moment.
Now,
Ron Marinaccio into the game.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
One out, runner at second. Here's the catcher, William Contreras. First pitch misses. Swing and a foul out of play. Checks his swing. Now it appeal to first. No swing. Fouled off down the right side. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his back down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
2-2 on the way. Misses the zone for a ball. That was the sweeper. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, they didn't give him anything to hit, and now with runners on first and second, they've set up a double play opportunity. So not a terrible result.
2 on, 1 out. And now it's Christian Yelich. 0 for 2 in this one. That one finds the zone, and that is strike 1.
Well, in this situation with runners on, you've got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
Swings through that one out in front that time.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Two on, 1 out. Foul ball still 0-2. Campusano tries to block it, but it gets away. So on the wild pitch, 2 guys advance.
With 2 on and 1 out, you're just hoping you can get a double play ball to get yourself out of the inning. But now you've really got some work to do. Need a big strikeout here.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Yelly set down on strikes.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Hoskins now at the plate as he swings through strike one. Next offering misses down and away. Traffic on the bases with one already in. And we're at the top of the fifth. Out to short. Tatis tosses across to first. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. Brewers pick up a run on this RBI double. It's now 3-0. This is the National League Wildcard Series on the show. Game one of this Wild Card Series. And here's the first baseman, Will Wagner. Wagner goes 5 feet 11 inches, 210 pounds. Usually a second baseman, but today he's starting at first.
1-1.
Well, not too big of an adjustment. He's been on the same side of the field as the first baseman. Now just kind of moving over there and gets an opportunity to see what his range is to his right.
Swing and a miss at 100 miles an hour. 1-2 now. Pumping serious gas at 102 on that one.
You usually are going to see that inside fastball a little longer coming in from the opposite side. But that pitch really got in on him right there. I mean, that's a well-thrown pitch. Tough to do anything with that in terms of getting the hands through and the sweet spot of the bat to the baseball.
Bogarts, batting with one down, takes a strike. One down, base is empty.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
And now 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
2 and 2.
Misses inside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The Brewers leading by 3. Last half of inning number 5. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. This one in the air. Hoskins moves under it. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, the second baseman, Jake Cronenworth.
So 2 down now, and here is Jake Cronenworth, 1 for 2. That misses. Ball
down.
1. That one at triple digits.
1 ball, 1 strike. That's a ball.
That's inside.
3-1.
Manny Machado on deck for the Padres.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
Two down, nobody on. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego. Still down 3-0. Top 6. Now it's the right fielder, Jackson Chourio. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit, or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And down on strikes. And one gone. And now it's going to be Abraham Toro. Outside low, and that's ball 1. Bases empty, 1 away here in game 1 of the wild card series. Just missed.
That's a ball. 2 balls, no strikes.
That one inside, and that's ball 3.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if they'll walk you.
And there's the automatic. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
This guy will throw any pitch in any count, 3-2. It goes off speed, gets the out.
Now a chance for Willie Castro, and he's already left his mark on this game.
He certainly has, Boog. A 2-run shot in the 2nd inning, and that made an early impact on this game in a big way.
The flow is covered by God. Told my city, hold on.
There's a strike. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. And it's even up.
Missed. That's a ball. 1-1.
Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. And that extends the inning.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Ron Marinaccio won't go any further. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching for
out of the bullpen for the Padres, Yuki Matsui.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Garrett Mitchell up now for the Brewers. Fastball for a strike. Two outs.
Outside. That's the ball.
Right through there for a strike.
A 1-2 count. All he's seen is fastballs. You've got to expect something off speed. Stay back.
Runner on the go. There's a ball. Go to second. Out there. And that ends the inning.
Well, trying to get in the scoring position with a great catch and throw to end the inning. That's the way to pick up the pitcher.
And we're back. Bottom of the sixth. Manny Machado up to the plate.
You know, Boog, Petco Park seems to be transforming into Machado's castle. I mean, nobody's hit more home runs in this ballpark. And Machado passed Adrian Gonzalez for the top spot on the list in 2023.
And a strike right through there. That one at triple digits. Movement in the bullpen. Aaron Ashby, the lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. McGill also throwing. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
Tonight, his slider has been really impressive. I mean, tight spin. Seems like the hitters aren't picking it up out of the hand.
Inside, just missed.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Swing and a high fly ball, pretty well struck right field. Just missed it.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
So up next, Seiya Suzuki. Pitch misses inside. 1-0. He swings and fouls one off. Pitch misses, and it's 2-1.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
Liner to second and picked on the hop. Nicely done for the out.
Now batting, shortstop, third Junior.
Two down, bases empty. Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Swing and a miss. There's the slider. It's 0-1.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
The shortstop takes the ball. Swing and a ball drilled center field. Collins under it. Hauls it in to end the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top of inning number 7. And now the DH, Garrett Mitchell. And a foul ball.
Well, these Brewers, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well.
1-1.
That one not close. And that's ball 1.
With all those extra base hits, it's easy to think we're going to see that trend continue the rest of the game. They seem to be really locked in at the plate.
Falling behind 2-1.
Nope. Ball.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with a 3-1 count.
And strike 2.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Full count.
Got it. 1 away.
2 strikes. Many times hitters looking out over the plate. When you're looking out over the plate, you're also going to let the ball travel a little bit longer. And a fastball zipped on the inside corner just locks you up.
Turang, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike 1.
No ball.
Going to really
1
need to
strike.
hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. So the Padres with a new arm in the mound, Jeremiah Estrada. So digging in, Jackson Chourio. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors. Swing and a ground ball, and it goes just foul. And that is out of play. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Toro stands in now and watches strike 1. Base is empty, 1 away here in the late stages of game 1. Next pitch is outside. One down, base is empty. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. That one missed. And that one is lifted in the air. Suzuki has a beat on it. And there are 2 down. Two outs, base is empty. Willie Castro will hit next. He's already homered in this game. And that's in for a strike. Two down, nobody on. Here in game one of the wild card series. Breaking ball through there for a strike.
Well, he didn't like those first two pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. So they make short work of him there. High to the order. 3-4-5 will get their shot in the bottom of the ninth. It's the Brewers 3 and the Padres nothing. And here's the closer to try and finish off game one. Abner Uribe.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
3-4-5 due up for the home team. Now Machado up here. 0 for 3 in this one. That one finds the zone. Strike one. Uribe, a former All-Star. He features a sinker, a slider, and he works in a four-seamer.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful. Not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
Stays alive. That one way outside. 1-2 to count.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
You know, Boog, you often think a slider's more for that horizontal movement, but most of the good ones have both vertical depth and that horizontal movement, and that's what we saw right there. Good drop on the break and got him to swing over the top.
Suzuki in the box with one away as he takes ball one. The Padres trailing by 3. We're in the last half of the ninth inning. Not even close there. Now 2-0. Just missed. down. Yeah, there's ball 4.
Ball 4. Take your base.
You know, I think he's okay with that outcome. It wasn't an intentional walk, but he wasn't exactly trying to attack the zone either.
So man aboard, 1 down, and it's Tatis at the plate. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. And you played behind guys, and they love having your speed out there defensively. One of the things that we talk about is how much pitchers enjoy having those elite defenders behind them. Can't find it here. That's 6 straight balls.
Logan, the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does. When you look at the ability to save runs defensively, but then also put runs up on the scoreboard, that's the kind of player that every championship team needs to have.
In for a strike, now 3-1. And strike 2.
You got a full count.
Tatis waits. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Padres with only 1 out remaining. Jackson Merrill, the next up for the Padres. 1 for 3. First pitch just misses. Foul ball. Next pitch is downstairs. Uribe, one strike away from securing game one. And a base hit into right center field. Into second, and he's got a double.
That's tremendous fight from him, and I know it's got the dugout fired up down there, down to the last strike, and he comes up with a hit to keep the game alive. It ain't over yet.
Luis Campusano, the next up for the Padres. In there, and it's 0-1.
0-1.
Tying run at the plate. Out to short. In the hole. Jump throw. And that is the ball game. So the Milwaukee Brewers take game one of this wild card series. A huge win for them in hostile territory.
Yeah, Brewer, they've still got their work cut out for them in this series, having to play on the road. But like you said, it's a huge win to jump ahead 1-0 in a short 3-game series. Just have to win one of the next 2 games to move on to the next round.
And on the home side of this one, obviously a disappointing result both for the team and the fans. But with home field advantage throughout, this series still has a lot up in the air. Here's another look at the numbers from this shutout victory.
Well, it takes a team effort to produce a shutout. I mean, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
The shutout in this one, 3-0 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.